so this
Before
is not,
one of us gets murdered.
this is not doing. All right. There. Ah, there we go. Okay, so automation done. Let's get logistics in next because it makes the most sense. And we're doing all right, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so now that we've got long-handed, I can put the coal on its own conveyor belt, and that then means I can also have two different arrays of furnaces to handle both iron and copper.
Okay, cool. I am gonna come over here, and I'm gonna craft like 3 pumps or something. I'm just gonna set up the basic inkling of the infrastructure for power generation here. Because, God, we do not have a very nice coastline.
It's not a very big coastline either.
Well, it's not a big coastline, but it's a real janky coastline too. Like it's up and it's down and it's left and it's right. Like it's not particularly even. I guess is the word that I want to say. I set all of my steam engines up in a big grid form whenever I do this. God, this is a really slow process.
Oh yeah.
God, how slow this can actually be.
Just got a deal.
But is it worth dealing?
If it gets us off the planet, I guess.
Well, I mean, why not just lay down and die? Do we have to get off this planet? Can't we just try to, like, make a new lives for ourselves here?
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that would be a fairly short undertaking.
Are you kidding? I mean, come on. I mean, we could have a white picket fence and, you know, a little alien dog.
I don't know if we can domesticate them. I mean, we could try, but I don't know if they'll necessarily be particularly receptive towards being turned into Pomeranians.
Well, I mean, there's your answer right there. You have to at least try, right? You have to at least try.
Okay, but you'll be the one house trading it.
Nah, I never said that it was gonna come inside. The dog does not belong inside of the house. Firm believer of that one.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine. We'll get this big thing up and running, and then we can shove basically everything that we ever need wherever we want it, and then we can get off this rock.
Well, I mean, come to think of it, do we have any, I don't think we do. Are there any oil deposits around us?
I admit I haven't seen any.
That's gonna make things difficult.
I'm gonna take a very wild guess and say that our first oil deposit of worth is going to be right next to an alien settlement.
That would be luck, wouldn't it?
That would be my luck, certainly.
I'm headed left. I'm gonna look around. See if I can find... Oh, no, wait. Do I see... Oh, yeah, sure enough. There's a little bit of oil near us. Not a whole lot. I mean, we can't exactly harvest it up right now, because... I mean, we kind of have to research how to pump oil out of the ground first, but, I mean... At least it's here. Jeez Louise, Lying. What the heck do you have going on here?
Well, one side for tin and one side for iron, one side for copper. Done. No problem. Bob's your Uncle, Susie your aunt.
I can't help but notice that there's one particular problem with this setup, though.
That being?
How am I supposed to get iron onto that line when I expand the iron field eventually?
Well, if I run the coal line around the back here, and then we have a underground belt, which we are currently researching, then it'll be a lot easier.
The amount of automation necessary here.
Well, that's what the game's for. I mean, that's why it's called Factorio.
Yeah, I know that's what the game is for, but it's still just mind-boggling, the whole process and whatnot, you know?
Yeah. You don't realize what you're getting into until it's 5 in the morning.
I think anybody who has played Factorio knows what that's like.
I mean, in fairness, the original game that I started doing that with was Minecraft, but that was some time ago, has to be said.
It's an experience and a half. I mean, if I'm entirely honest, I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not further in the game. That being said, I keep forgetting that, like, you sit down and you forget that you've lost 5 hours of your life to this game.
Yep.
It's a little bit like me in the new Zelda games.
Ah, yes. I don't have a Switch, nor can I afford to get one, so screw you. Okay, whenever copper makes its way over here, it has a fully functional six furnace array waiting for it.
All right then.
Otherwise known as "This is too much. Why the gods did I make this?"
It is turning into a bit of a network. I don't know about you, but I like to... Well, actually, looking at what you've set up, I think I do know, to some extent, about you. But, it's a little bit more condensed, than I prefer. I set up a separate staging areas for each individual type of material, because the individual staging areas will inevitably have to grow beyond, and just like clumping all of your smelting together into one area, I find, tends to be a little bit problematic. But that's just me. Hey,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's fine. Fine.
I mean, we haven't been attacked yet, so hey, there's that.
Well, now that you just said it, I mean, guess what's gonna happen?
Nah, it'll be fine. No worries.
Famous last words there.
Yeah, but hopefully I won't be the one saying them.
You already did. You already did. It's too late. They're coming now, man. They're coming for us.
Look, there's one of them now. Actually,
Yeah,
no, wait, you
sure,
hate
go
horror
ahead.
movies. There's no way you've seen that movie.
What movie?
That's Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. No, can't say that I have seen it. Well, you know, I'm not much of a moviegoer. I mean, there are some films where it was like, man, I need to go see that, and then I never saw it. So, and because I'm so, you know, like uninvested of a moviegoer, that like I don't remember the last movie that I wanted to see that I didn't see. God, that's a lot of coal stuck in that freaking chest over there. Okay, so, might we want to look into automating the red pack production now, since it's so necessary?
We should have that capacity now that we have assemblers. So let's see, you'll take a line from iron and copper, and we're going to need oh boy. We're going to need at least 2, probably 3, I think, to get this running. But we can do that. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Bob's your uncle, Sue's your aunt. You know.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have a higher, I definitely need a high resolution, because my little, like, information on the bottom right about, like, weapons is covering up the performance information.
Welp.
For the Steam engine.
Oh wow, that's...
Crap.
How small is your window?
It's running in 720, because that's the default window. Why the developers were like, hey, let's make this game run in 720 and then make the entire UI overlap itself. Like, that just seems like bad game design to me. And, you know, as someone who plays games for a living and is a critic of them, I'm gonna call them out on it. Hey, devs, this is really fucking bad game design. So, yeah, there you go. Chances are they haven't heard me, because they're not watching, you know, the umpteenth number of videos, the people playing their game.
There are speedrun communities around this. There's too much.
I've seen speedrun video. Well, I know that they exist more specifically. I've never actually watched them, but you get the idea.
Right. Well, we're smelting up, and we're smelting up, and we're doing well here. So I think we're good for getting resources. So it's just a matter of funneling them into the right places now.
Yeah. My main concern is that we're definitely not producing anywhere near enough iron, and like. We would need to quintuple the number of furnaces that we have easily.
I can do that.
It's probably going to need to be more than that.
We're not currently meeting our actual iron ore output anyways, and we only got the 3, so shouldn't be a concern.
I suppose. Anyways, okay, I'm going for optics next because that's
lights.
A step in. Yeah, lights, also solar energy. Because
laser turrets.
Laser turrets. I'm more interested in the radar dishes. I don't like to run radar dishes off of steam engines. I like to run them off of solar, so that they just kind of run on their own because they're not entirely necessary.
Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, I'm going to need a bit more copper, but then I can make a splitter and I can start feeding coal over to the boiler.
Actually, you want to hold off on the whole boiler thing, because I'm about to re-engineer the whole thing.
Oh boy.
Because I have, like, there's one specific patented way that I run my, my boiler setups, and this is something that I just will not abide to be run in any other fashion, so...
Okay, well I've forked it off at least, so it's not going to be going anywhere for the now, but it will eventually reach you when you need it.
Alright, well, I mean...
Meanwhile, I believe we have optics.
As long as it... Oh, damn, that was fast. Holy crap. Okay, so...
What do we think next, then?
I think steel processing, because that's necessary for...
That will get our... That's not going to get our furnaces going just yet, because we've got advanced after that, but it will get us on the way, and it will get us a bigger
chest. It's critical. It'll also get us solar energy, again, so... And it's necessary for oil processing as well. Yeah,
although for solar we're going to have to get Science Pack 2s going, and they're a bit more of a pain.
I'll admit that, but an upgrade to electric energy distribution, so like batteries and whatnot, as well as the better power lines that'll help us carry stuff further distances. So, steel is what I'm going for. Unless we want to do something cheaper, because steel takes 50 packs. Electronics is possible with the filter inserters.
We don't have much of a need for them.
Stone walls. Stone walls only takes 10.
Yeah, might as well get that out of the way.
Later. Yeah, okay.
And I've got a few upgrades of my own just running together over here. Oop, low on iron.
Well, what have you got going right there? Like, I can't actually see you.
Oh, are we actually that far apart? Oh wait, no, you just have a tiny screen.
Oh, shut up.
Don't worry, Strife. It's not the size, it's how you use it.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I will not have you belittling me.
Oh no, your screen's doing that for me.
Jesus fucking Christ. I so hate you right now.
I've seen your streams. I am not the worst you've had to deal with.
Jeez. Good. I do have some particularly thirsty viewers.
And boy, do you feed them.
You know, I could say the same of you.
I don't...
I've heard all sorts of stories from people who watch you. We actually have a fair amount of overlap, Lying. Don't you dare try to... You cannot feign ignorance on this one.
I don't know what you're talking about. My channel is wholesome and pure, and my fandom with it.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm certain that all of the people who have shown up just to watch you right now...
Yes, all 5 or 6 of them, maybe.
Totally agree. Let's see, I need pipes. Next
we want to try steel processing. I'm guessing we're not going to need landfills anytime soon. We could also try armor and military.
You know, I think it's too soon for us to really bother with armor and military stuff because we're not really generating that much power. Although the top on that could pop very quickly with what I'm doing down here. But I don't intend to switch the entire system on, like, right away, so...
Oh, criminy. Yeah, that's gonna attract attention.
It's gonna anger them a lot, but the idea is that, you know, we don't need to put coal production... Like, we can just, you know, like, not connect all of the steam engines right off the bat. The idea is... you know, only fuel some of the boilers, and then progressively plug more of them in as we need them, so... If you get my meaning.
Yeah,
if you get my idea.
I think I get what you're putting down there. Oop, and there goes power.
Yep, I'm almost done. I'm just rearranging the power lines right now.
I'm getting flashbacks to my childhood because my dad is actually like a licensed electrician, but my dad is also a licensed electrician that destroyed his long-term memory on the House Electrics years ago, so,
How did he destroy his long-term memory on the House Electrics?
He became a fuse temporarily.
Ow!
Oh, yeah.
Wow! Yikes!
Blew the circuit so bad he actually erased my PlayStation save file.
Oh, geez, well, That's
my memories of home.
Jeez Louise. Okay, so, like, for a licensed electrician, he definitely screwed up pretty bad at some point there.
Well, you don't get to be a long-term professional without messing up somewhere along the line.
Oh, man. Actually, it reminds me of a story about a couple of cops who managed to completely screw up. I'm just gonna, like, turn the rest of my frickin' plates into conveyor belts. There was a story about a cop who managed to, like... They took on a squirrel and they lost, more or less.
A squirrel?
A squirrel. It was cold out, that's what I remember. It was, like, cold out and, he was relatively new on the job and he had a partner... You know, and they were just doing the typical cop thing where it's like, yeah, sitting around the cruiser doing nothing because what do you do as a cop most of the time if you're not, you know, responsible for a bad neighborhood? So they were just, you know, sitting in the cruiser and all that stuff. And they had a call come in and his partner was, you know,
indisposed?
It was no, I mean, I'm really bad at telling stories here because, like, I'm fumbling it so bad, but the idea is pretty straightforward. They had a call, and it was a couple, and they had, like, an animal making noise in their attic. And his partner was in the process of, like, saying, oh, you know, this isn't a problem, you know, this isn't our... department, really, you know, you should call animal control or something. And as he is in the process of getting them off of the hook, the guy's wife walks out, okay, and it's, like, quite clear from what she's wearing, and, you know, the fact that the man at the door is, like, what he's wearing, it's like, yeah, they were probably having a romantic evening, and then, like, this noise started up in the attic, and just...
So what you're saying, you're saying it's based on what they're not wearing more than what they are?
I wouldn't put it like that, but... But yeah, they quite clearly were having, you know, like, a romantic evening or whatever, and... Lo and behold, they
had an altercation with a squirrel.
There was something making noise up in the attic, and the husband, you know, goes and calls them, and as his partner's trying to get them off the hook, the wife walks out, and the cop, he's like, oh, no, we got this, it's just a squirrel, you know? So, and they go up into the attic, and the squirrel basically rushes the guy in the towards his face, you know? He has no earthly idea what to expect, peeks up into the attic with his flashlight. Squirrel rushes into his face, hurls him off the ladder, backwards, onto his partner, who's at the bottom of the ladder, and which topples his partner over onto the owner of the house, who falls over and smashes his nose into the wall. So the owner of the house, his nose is gushing blood. Which
is not a great thing you want to put on a report, I'm sure.
Yeah, so his partner, like, his nose is gushing blood because of what happened, and oh great, now this has happened, and the squirrel, in this chaos, hops down across all three of them and into the main house out of the attic. So, and you hear a scream from downstairs because it's the wife.
Yikes.
And it ends the squirrel has ended up in underneath the couch, and their plan is to, like, try to chase it out from under the couch, and they go and they take a couple of pillows to try to, like, block off, you know, the open area under the couch and try to, like, chase it out. So after blocking off sides of the couch to try to make certain it only goes out one way, the cop grabs his nightstick and he goes and he just sweeps it underneath. And what does this squirrel do? It's the middle of winter, mind you.
Oh no.
And they were having a romantic evening. Where does it go? It shoots straight out of the couch, not towards the kitchen, but directly into the fireplace.
Oh god.
Where they have a fire going.
Oh god.
So this poor little woodland animal is so freaked out that it runs into the fire. It catches on fire, immediately runs right back out, back into the couch, okay? And when it did this, they somehow knocked the couch over, I think, and they ended up tearing open the bottom, you know, like the piece of fabric that they put on the bottom of a piece of furniture to, like, hold all the threads and, like, the stuffing in if it comes out. So they tear that thing open, and it goes up inside of the couch and catches the couch on fire.
This is a Laurel and Hardy situation right here.
The couch catches on fire, and what do? They completely flip it over and they grab a couple of throw pillows, and we're talking nice silk satin throw pillows. And they proceed to beat the fire out and ruin a beautiful brand new couch and satin throw pillows stuffed with actual feathers.
Right, well, in the course of that horrifying story, I have managed to get Red Science automated. So, progress.
Okay. Well, you've managed to do that. I managed to focus on telling the story and, like, staring at the power system that I set up. And, you know, if there's any spot to stop, I think this is a great place to stop for us for right now, hey?
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to top Flaming Squirrel in the sofa.
Flaming Squirrel in a sofa story, yeah, so... Oh my god, I couldn't believe that whenever I heard it. Yes, well, thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you liked the, if you're enjoying, you know, Factorio with myself and Bedmon, LB, I'm gonna call him LB. You know, like, favorite, subscribe, most importantly, share the video with your friends, etc. And, hopefully we'll see you guys in more episodes later down the line.
And if you're following over from my channel, I'll see you there as well. Because I never leave.
Be certain to check out, Lying, you know, there'll be a link to, his channel, you know, down in the description. But, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!
Bye!